I wanted to create something that I could hear in the background of a commercial for the Tandy TRS-80 computer. As usual, if there's a post-it note, that part of the ARP2600 is being used. No post-it note, not using it. This sound uses a ring modulator as its main source. VCO1 is the standard wave, but VCO2 is patched into the square wave of oscillator 3, not the sine wave of oscillator 2. We're going to be using oscillator 2 as an LFO today. The VCF is very simple. Turn up ring mod, we're going to use the ADSR to modulate the filter, and we're also going to use VCO2 to modulate the filter. We're going to take the output of the VCF and go into electronic switch C. Control switch A is plugged into the left input, control switch B is plugged into the right input, and that just lets it pan. Instead of using the Renee's gate out to trigger the attack and release, we're using the ARP2600's internal clock to trigger the ADSR to let us shape the sound a little bit more than just an attack and a release. Just turn up the VCF in your mixer section and turn your reverb on full. The quantized output of the Renee goes to two separate places on this patch. The first place is going to be the keyboard CV output. With a tip-top audio stackable cable, we're going to plug the next one into a voltage inverter. By using the voltage inverter on only one of the oscillators of the ring mod, it allows us to vary the timbre so that when one of the oscillators goes up, the other one goes down. The internal clock out of the ARP2600 is going into the X clock input of the Renee. And then we're going to run the Renee's Y gate output into the Y clock input. We're going to turn access on to every pad. We're going to turn on all of the gates for the X and the Y. X, snake mode and forward. Y, snake mode and forward, but we're also triggering the gate plus clock.